Welcome to another episode of Stogie from the Road. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Stogie from the Road. I am your faithful trucking servant, Stogie the Trucker, along with my one-eyed wonder dog, Bonnie, over there, who's over there playing in the grass right now, as we are parked up 2.6 miles away from our drop tomorrow morning. Got all kinds of aluminium behind us that's a secret. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Where's old Stogie been? You guys know exactly where I've been. Been at the truck shows. Let's take a little time in this video here to talk about a lot of the things that I've been marinating on since I've done my last video, okay? And I'm gonna start out with new drivers. And how that has anything to do with truck shows. I'll tell you a little story. When I first got my CDL, one of the places I wanted to go that I heard about all the time was 75 Chrome Shop, right here on my old hat. 75 Chrome Shop to me at that time was kind of like the mecca. I didn't know a whole lot about all the other big places or bigger places. I just knew that one, and that was the mecca for these big old large cars. And when I pulled into that place for the first time in my T680 at Boyd Brothers, which I was wildly proud of, and I see all those Pete's, someday. But I was implemented with a lot of rhetoric from people that have been in the industry for a while saying, you're gonna have to be in this for 15 years before anybody's even gonna think about letting you drive something like that. You're gonna have to be doing this for 20 years before you could afford or drive something like that. I'm not one of those people that takes what people say to me as face value. I don't take it as the gospel. I'm a very, really? Watch me. And I just finished my second truck show there, amongst my peers, people that I respect and people that respect me. I've earned my way here with every ounce of my being. Over the past 2.5, 3 years, I've had people scratching their head, asking me, what are you doing? What's with the camera? What's with the polishing? What's with da-da-da-da-da-da? But I did it anyway. And then lo and behold, I'm getting private messages saying, hey, Stogie, I know I never talked to you, but how do you polish? Hey man, what kind of video software do you use? I want to do videos like you. There's a saying, work until your haters ask if you're hiring. Well, that's my advice to you. That's my advice to you that has just gotten your CDL and you're with that company that you're making your bones with, that treats you like cattle, that tells you you can't, that there's companies like this right here that will put it right in the palm of your hand. Now, what you do with it when it's in the palm of your hand, that's up to you. There's people that, just in the short amount of time, the couple years I've been here at Taylor, I've seen people come and go. You can pick them out a mile away. They walk in, they're frustrated, they don't have it all the second they walk in the door. The entitlement, things like that, and they don't last long. And those people are also the same people that are telling you that you can't do it. There's also the same people that are telling you that it'll be 15 years before you can get a truck like this. I was in this truck at 16 months after having my CDL. 16 months. At 16 months, my life became almost the exact version of what I dreamt of all my life. So when that was graciously gifted to me with the expectation to better do a good job, I held on to it very, very tightly. I wrapped my arms around it like you would if you were a running back and you had the football. People are going to come by and want to pound that thing out of your hand while you're running, grab you by the collar, rip you down, call you names, do whatever. But if you hold on to it tightly and constantly have your eyes set forward and you stay the course, no matter the wind, the sun, and the rain, it's here. It's not this esoteric, unattainable, mythological thing that can't be put in the palm of your hand. And that leads me to the truck shows. Over 3 years now I've had my CDL. And I almost have to stand outside of myself right now and think, I can't even believe I'm making this video and I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not talking like I'm special. I'm talking like I have found an equation that works. The equation has a price tag, and that is unwavering, unflinching stick-to-itiveness. I took my week's vacation. I've never taken vacation before. I've been a tailor for 2 years. It doesn't roll over. I just never taken it. It came and it went. When I found out I had a week's vacation after Mid-American Truck Show leading into 75 Chrome Shop, I talked to my wife and I said, I really need to do this. I need to isolate myself at the yard and go over this truck with a fine-tooth comb. Pour my heart and soul into it, do everything I gotta do to make sure it's right. Because I spent, like I said, 6-8 months preparing for this. I'm looking at this time of year as the all or nothing. The absolute all or nothing. I'm giving it everything I possibly have, and I am going to push it as far as I possibly go, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop, and I'm not going to quit. I want, when people see this truck to go down the road, I want it to be synonymous with something good. I want it to be where people see this truck and they smile. There's so much negativity in this industry. He said, she said, I was wronged. Everybody's out to get me stuff. Hell, I've got plenty of fans. And I don't care. I don't. I never will. I'll talk about how it might bother me. I'm a human being. When you hear things like that, I'm a deep thinker. I think deeply about why people say what they do and where does that come from, you know? I don't understand it. But what I do understand is after all that dust settles, and this applies to you that went to that mega carrier, that's not happy, listen, when all the dust settles, and you have that moment where somebody comes to you and says, hey, my wife and I both watch your videos. It really helps us get us through. It could be the TikToks where Bonnie makes them laugh. It could be the podcast where I talk about how we as men cope with the never-ending warfare with our own head and our own mind inside that truck. To the slings and arrows of the people that love to see us fail. I had a moment at the truck show. And it'll be one that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. And it's a fact. If you believe it, you believe it. You don't, you don't. I don't care. This is my story. I'm coming back across the street last week at the Large Cars and Guitars truck show. And a girl was standing there, and she was waiting for her friend to get out of the restroom. And I walked by, and she goes, "Hey, you're Stogie the trucker." I said, "Yeah, hi, how are you?" "I'm a fan of yours on TikTok." I said, "Thank you. Thank you for being there. I appreciate it." I said, "Honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to myself." She goes, "No, you're not." And she asked if she could see Bonnie. I said, "Well, I'm heading back to my truck." I took her back to the truck and let her pet Bonnie. We took some pictures together. And she said she's had a rough year. Again, not my story to tell, so I'm not going to tell hers. But she had a rough story. And I just told her, I said, hang in there. You know, just on the other side of hell is a whole lot of heaven. Trust me, I know. I lost, family members to things like this. She goes, "No, you don't understand. When I made a TikTok one time about how I couldn't take it anymore, you commented underneath it. I was basically outwardly saying that I was going to take my own life. And you said, 'We will miss you.'" I remember doing that. I remember making that post, or that comment. A friend of mine said that to me once. He said it to a friend, and it helped him. So I kept it with me. Because you can say, "Please don't go. You have so much to live for." When you say that to somebody that's literally on the edge, it kind of misses the mark. So I said that. She said that was the night she was going to do it. She said that was the night she was going to do it. So she goes, "You don't get it. I didn't do it because you said that." To have a conversation like that as a truck driver, after all the things that have been said to me and about me, whatever your opinion is of me, you can't take that away from me. You never know the magnitude of the words you speak. So this all ties into what is said and what is believed. If you tell somebody they can't do something, you don't know that. You don't know that at all. I was told it endlessly, and look where I'm at. You tell somebody that you can't be at a company like this. You don't know that. I was told that too. If you take time to say a few words to somebody that's at the end of their rope, they better be the right ones. That could be the fork in the road for somebody. So, I don't know. That's the premise of this video. And I hope it finds the new drivers out there that are coming up, the next generation of drivers that are coming up, the ones that are being spoon-fed and force-fed negativity that is so wildly inaccurate. You're the hero of your own story, and you just don't know it yet. Or you're the villain. Ultimately, it's all up to you. So, with that being said, thank you guys for being patient. I'm waiting for this video. I know it's been a while. I'm heading home. I stop in California after I leave here in Kansas. I will sift through the hours upon hours upon hours of footage I have of this first leg of the truck show tour. I'll get those out to you straight away. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for believing in what we do. And old Bonnie and I will see you on the back haul. Giddy up.